So, guys, my brother recently moved out of my parents' house where I live, and I've got this spare room. So, I bought this Gravity Fitness statics bar and thought I would start recording some of my sessions. I've never really used the statics bar before like last week. This is probably my third session using this, and yeah, it's been going well so far. It's very different. Something that my body isn't used to. I'm very used to like dynamic movements like pull-ups and weights in the gym and that sort of thing. So starting to do straight arm work is rough. It's difficult, but I'm seeing fast progress, so that's good. So yeah, before I do a little voiceover, I think this is going to be a regular thing, and I just wanted to yap to you guys about, a little realization I made today. So I've been working at this place for about 6 months now, and there's this middle-aged woman that works there. And at first, when I first met her, I thought this is someone that I would have nothing in common with. Like, it would be difficult to make conversation. It might even be awkward, but turns out she's very interesting, very cool, and she's constantly raving about like online business and stuff, and like her ideas to do things, and like her little art projects and stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. I think we always make these preconceptions about people, and like we always think that we're the odd one out and different to everyone else. When in fact, the only thing that actually separates us is like information and like our interpretation of that information. And more people than you realize have the same information and access to them, and they have very similar interpretations as you. So yeah, I think the more closed-minded you are to this, the more you don't actually make those connections and realize it. So it's kind of like a negative feedback loop. If you always assume someone you don't have something in common with someone, you will be more anxious around them. You won't express yourself as well, and therefore you won't actually discover commonalities between you and other people. So yeah, it's kind of a lesson really I've learned. It's like I'll never judge people by maybe a preconception of their age or their sex or their background or anything, right? And it's quite a basic lesson. It's like equality and like treat everyone with equal kindness, but it's not like that. It's more like never write anyone off as giving you something in terms of a social connection. Like, it sounds a bit transactional, but things like that are very helpful for progress, right? A new lesson, a new realization like this one could actually kind of spark something in you. And that's kind of what this has a little bit. I already was going to plan on doing this, but like this voiceover and these calisthenic sessions and all that stuff. But I was putting it off and off and off. And I was telling her about like people I know that are also doing this sort of thing, seeing good amount of success with it. And yeah, she was pretty much like a mum. She was like, you need to make the most of this. Like, it would be stupid not to. You're young, you're full of energy, you've got the time, you've got the freedom if you're living at home, all these things. Like, you need to make the most of the opportunities. You need to learn skills, you need to get better. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that. Bit of a something I wouldn't expect. As I said, when I first met her, I didn't think this was gonna become a thing. Like, have this sort of realization or learn about these things. But yeah, that kind of sums up the video. It's my first voiceover in forever, so there's probably a lot of stuttering and stuff, but if you guys stick with me, I'm sure I will get better at it and will come along and yeah, progress. But yeah, this angle is terrible. I'm really gonna have to improve on this. But yeah, peace.